Hello, my name is Eileen Schreiner. I am the Trust Manager of the Oregon Cultural Trust, which is located in Business, Oregon. And I am here to walk you through the American Rescue Plan Act, ARPA, Live Event Support Industries Program Orientation. Our goal is, over the next several minutes, to explain this $10 million grant program to you and hopefully answer any questions you may have. Also, to leave you with resources so that you may answer questions you may think of as you learn more about this program. So in today's orientation, we are going to cover the purpose of this program, what the application period and process looks like, and who can apply, who are considered eligible applicants, and who are considered ineligible applicants. We will go over the application process steps, what limitations are in place for this program, and what the eligibility criteria is, as well as the financial eligibility criteria. We will talk about what the award considerations are, the timeline for the program, resources that we have made available to you, and a couple of important tips on how to successfully apply for this program. So the purpose of the Live Event Support Industries program is to provide $10 million in grant assistance to qualifying applicants that have experienced financial hardships as an outcome of public health measures necessitated by the COVID-19 public health emergency. So who do we mean by the live event support industry? These are for-profit businesses, nonprofits, sole proprietors, and independent contractors, whom all provide goods and services for the production and execution of live events in Oregon. Applicants will self-attest that in calendar year 2019, they earned 50% or more of their annual revenue from providing these services. And we will be asking you what type of entity you are in the application. So what are examples of service providers in the live event support industry? This is not an exhaustive list, but it certainly includes event planners, designers, and talent buyers, all the folks who do the sound, video, lighting, and rigging for live events, all the folks who provide rental supplies to live events, and certainly caterers, those who are vendors of scenic pieces, decor, florists who again support live events, and then theatrical services, specialty entertainers. This of course includes DJs, MCs, actors, musicians, auctioneers, and other event-specific talents. Specialized event services and vendors such as event security, VIP toilets, transportation providers, and ticketing agencies. And of course, all the folks who provide wedding-specific services. Now, if you don't recognize yourself, but you know that you are a live event support vendor, there is an opportunity in the application for you to describe how your business provides goods and services for live events, and you can explain that in the application. We also have a list of ineligible applicants. It's listed here and also found in the guidelines that are published on the program page, and we will list that URL later in the slideshow. The application for this $10 million program will open at 12 p.m. on Tuesday, August 16th, and it will close at 12 p.m. on Tuesday, August 30th. So you have 2 weeks to create your account, complete your application, ask us any questions, and then submit your application. We will be making award decisions in September. So the application process steps are outlined in the guidelines, but are also included here. Please check out the guidelines that are posted on Business Oregon's program webpage. Be ready to submit your application in the 2-week window of time between the 16th of August and the 30th of August. When we receive your application, we will be performing a lottery of applications and perform eligibility reviews. This is anticipated to be a highly subscribed grant program, and a lottery will ensure that we can equitably distribute the $10 million we have for this program across Oregon's 12 service regions, and we'll talk a bit more about what we mean. After eligibility review, if you were successfully selected in the lottery process and found to be eligible, you may hear from us with the request for additional financial documents. Be prepared to hear from us. We will ask you to upload those financial documents. At that point, we perform our final eligibility reviews and then make award decisions. And we will let you know the outcome of that decision in the first part of September. We are prioritizing businesses that have yet to benefit from prior federal grant programs. Here is a list of those programs. There is also a list in the guidelines as well as links where you can go and search these lists if you don't remember if your business benefited from one of these programs. The eligibility criteria is stated in the guidelines, and we ask you to please review those. An important one is that your principal business activity take place in Oregon, and that means 50% or more of the applicant's 2019 revenue from live event support activities was earned in Oregon. We also require, as applicable, that your business has an active registration with the Secretary of State's office. This program is aimed to support businesses headquartered in Oregon. We have a definition of what that means here. We also ask that applicants have been in business throughout the entire 12 months leading up to March 3rd, 2020, that the applicant is currently providing goods and services in support of live events, and that the applicant is current with any required Oregon licensures and certifications as applicable. Financial eligibility criteria will be for us to know that it is in fact your primary business activity to support live events and that you did experience revenue losses as a result of the pandemic. So we will be asking in your application that you can demonstrate that 50% or more of your annual gross revenue was in fact earned from the provision of goods and services for the production and execution of live events in calendar year 2019 in Oregon. We will also be asking that the applicant can demonstrate a 50% or more loss in revenue from live event support activities in calendar year 2020. We will be considering only applications where that loss is $10,000 or more for award considerations. And that loss is established by comparing the revenue figures from calendar years 2019 to 2020, and that should demonstrate that loss. Successful applicants will need to meet all of our program eligibility requirements and provide all required financial documents in order to receive an award. We've talked about how we are going to establish what the gross business revenue and live event support revenue is for 2019 and 2020. And again, in the application process, you will be able to demonstrate that loss by answering the questions. All applicants will be entered into the lottery pool based on their geographic location, and then they will be assigned a randomly generated 16-digit number upon submission. Let's talk a little bit about what we mean. So to equitably distribute the $10 million we have in this program has established geographic distribution targets. So each region of the state has been allocated a target amount of overall program funds. And we are using the 12 region service areas of Business Oregon to distribute these funds equitably. So there is a common base amount that each region is provided, then a per capita calculation. What results is what you see here, the list of the percentage of total program funds per region. It is our goal to ensure that we exhaust the amount of program funds for each region as much as we possibly can. And so it's really important that we receive as many applications as we can for each region. So considerations for awards include, as mentioned, prior government COVID-19 relief funding. If your business has received prior funding, you will just be not prioritized if you are selected in the lottery. However, if no other businesses are selected in the lottery that have not received prior funds, your application will move forward. Program awards will generally range between $10,000 and $100,000. Awards from this program shall not exceed your reported loss in revenue from live event support activities between 2019 and 2020, or $100,000, whichever proves to be less. We will be using email to be in communication with you. Program funds can be used for eligible expenses retroactively from March 3rd, 2021 through December 31st, 2023. The eligible uses of these funds are fairly expansive. You can use these funds to offset expenses relating to your work to present live event support services in your operating expenses, or to compensate you for any lost revenue. So there's a fair degree of latitude on how you may use these funds. Again, to reiterate the program timeline, the application will open August 16th and close on the 30th, so that's 2 full weeks. We will be reviewing all applications and providing final status notification towards the end of September. And contracts to successful applicants will arrive in mid to late September. It is our hope to release these funds again at the end of September. Something to take note of, at this point there is not a final report required for receipt of funds, but please, if you do receive an award, keep those documents for your records. It is our goal to make this application process as easy as possible for all applicants. On the program website, you will see an Additional Resources tab. These are tools for applicants to make sure that they understand and can navigate the application. There is a frequently asked questions document, of course, a link to the program guidelines. We've created an application checklist so that before you sit down to complete the application, you know what you'll need to have on hand. A link to this program orientation will be found there as well, and when it opens, this is where you will click to access and create your online account. We anticipate that this application should take no more than 5 minutes to complete, provided you have your financial information at hand. A couple of key notes. As I mentioned, we will be using email to communicate back and forth about your application status. We have learned that due to some settings outside of our control, these emails tend to end up in your spam folder. So while this program is going and while you have your application in, keep an eye on your spam folder. Unblock the email address here, the no-reply from your spam filter. When in doubt, if you don't see and are expecting an email communication from us, contact our review team using the Small Business Navigator, and one of our program analysts will assist you. And we'll make sure to include that contact information on our last slide. As I mentioned, when you submit an application, you will receive back a 12-digit confirmation number. This is a number that will help Business Oregon keep track of your application and for you to keep track of it as well. That confirmation number is a confirmation that we did receive your application, and you do not need to contact Business Oregon to confirm that we did in fact receive it. Okay, so again, Lots of information can be found on the Business Oregon web page for this program and the FAQ section that we have there. But if you just need to reach out and talk to someone, contact our team through the Small Business Navigator. They can be reached at 833-604-0880, or you can email biz.covid19@biz.oregon.gov. Response times are generally on the same day that you contact us. When in doubt, please go to the program web page. This is on Business Oregon's website, www.oregon.gov/biz programs ARPA live event support industries. Thank you for your interest in this program. We encourage you, if you are thinking about applying, to review the resources that we have made available to you on our program website. And our motto is, when in doubt, submit an application. Eligibility review happens as a process. So if you have any doubt, it does no harm to submit an application so that we can be sure to include everyone whom we possibly can in this process. Okay, thank you so much. And again, if you have any questions at all, please contact us through the Small Business Navigator. Thank you.